You've probably heard a lot about systemic discrimination in America. It's the idea that if you're not white, the deck is somehow stacked against you. And that is true. Government studies and academic research show over and over again that to be black in America is to face bias. What you might not realize is just how constant, varied, and idiosyncratic that bias can be. So, using all these studies, let's try to paint a picture of a life that millions of black Americans live. If you're black in America, you run into bias at a pretty young age. If you walk to school in the morning, you might have to wait longer to cross the street. Drivers stop less frequently for black pedestrians than for white. If you misbehave in school, you might be punished more harshly than your white classmates, even if you broke the same rule. And when you apply to colleges, your disciplinary record might make it harder to get in. If you're black in America and you're looking for a job, you might have to look harder. Job applicants with black-sounding names receive fewer callbacks than those with white-sounding names. And if you get the job, keep in mind that you'll be working just as hard as your white colleagues, but might make 30% less than them. If you're black in America and you want to buy a house, your agent might show you fewer properties than his white clients. And if you manage to find your dream home, you might have a harder time getting a bank loan. If you're black in America, you might get pulled over by the police more than your white friends. If that happens, police are more likely to search your car, and they're more likely to use force against you if there's a misunderstanding. If you're arrested and convicted of a crime, your sentence might be harsher too. If you're black in America and you get sick, you might have to tough it out. Doctors prescribe pain relievers to black patients less frequently than to white patients, and sometimes life-saving heart medication too. If you're black in America and you're getting older, make sure to plan ahead. You might have a harder time getting into a nursing home than your white friends or family. And finally, if you're black in America and you're tired of this bias and you want to use your vote to change the system, it won't be easy. When you try to learn about where or how to vote, local officials might not even return your call. Now, there are some caveats. First, Hispanics, Asians, and other minorities face a lot of these situations too. And second, this story is based on studies and surveys, so not all of these situations are true for every place in America at every time. But it does paint a pretty consistent picture. If you're white, it's a picture that might shock you. If you're not, you might have faced a lot of this already.